Okay, we're at the Vancouver International Wine Festival 2019 at the Yalumba table, and we have Sam Holmes.
Holmes, yep.
Holmes, yeah, very easy to say. He's got a bottle of old Bushvine Grenache. I know that's one of the wines that I tell people, no problem, you can always buy that and enjoy it. Let Sam have a chat about that and anything else you'd like to talk about.
Well, thanks, Carl. So yeah, Sam, I'm in from the Barossa Valley, or the beautiful Barossa in South Australia.
Yeah.
And we're here with Yalumba, and so Yalumba, we're the oldest family-owned, most historic family-owned winery in Australia.
Right.
So we started in 1849. We're very lucky in South Australia. We've never had phylloxera, so we've got a lot of old vineyards, a lot of old family wineries.
Right.
And, I guess why we grabbed the old Bushvine Grenache is that this is sort of from 35 to 80-year-old vines.
Okay.
Which in the Barossa is actually not that old. We've got vineyards dating back to 1843.
Right.
Right through to current. So there's a couple thousand hectares of some old material.
Right.
Yeah. So we're very, very lucky. But you'll see the colour on that Grenache.
Yes.
That's some Grenaches, when that Spinal Tap and you go to 11.
Yeah.
This is probably 6.
Yeah.
So we can hang the fruit out for 2 or so weeks more, get a heap of colour and flavour, and we can make them as big as we want.
Right.
Or we can dial them back. And this one we dialed it back.
Yep.
Picked a little early, just wanted it to be a little spicy, a little lighter, not too heavy. But one of the great things about I think the Barossa is very lucky we get a lot of flavour. So we can dial something back but still get all the flavour, which is really nice.
So what kind of soil do you have growing with this Grenache?
Well, the one thing about where we are, we've sort of got a mix. I'd say there's probably about 7 to 10 really quite distinct soil types.
Oh, okay.
If we go up to the Eden Valley, there's actually not a lot of soil at all. It's just all stone.
Right.
And the soil has actually been blown or washed down into the Barossa Valley, into the valley floor.
Yeah.
So you get this thin soil, so it works harder up there.
Right.
So you get a lot more white pepper, elegance, softer style wines. That's why Eden Valley Riesling does so well.
Yep, I know it well. Yep.
Those Viogniers that Yalumba do, they do really up in those cooler, thinner soils, harder. So all that soil that blew down into the valley floor millions of years ago means we've got some parts of quite deep, rich soils, and then that's where you get the big, robust flavours from the Barossa.
Right.
But we've also got an area in the Barossa from Vinevale where we do get a lot of our Grenache.
Yeah.
And it's actually wind-blown sand that came in millions and millions of years ago when we had an inland ocean.
Yep.
And so on top of all the deep soil, now we've got this sand as well. So it's quite a weird mix of soils through there.
So what does sand offer to Grenache?
So sand, the water goes in and it goes down deep.
Okay.
But it means once the roots get in deep, they can actually dig in, and on a hot, dry year, they're in there, they're doing okay while everyone maybe is a bit thirsty. They also, the sands get quite warm.
Okay.
So they're draining. Very hard for any disease or anything to really make much of an inroad. There's not a lot of mid-row stuff going on, so there's a little less competition for nutrients and stuff down there. But if they're in sand, they've got to work a bit harder. Okay. And you might see that they're not quite as plush and as voluptuous, and maybe looking a little more, I don't want to say salty, but there's a little more acid to them.
Okay.
A little more elegant.
Yeah. So if you were in Australia and it was lunchtime and you had that, what would you be eating it with?
Oh gosh. It was my dream. I'd take all the sashimi from Vancouver with me. Look, they do say the grilled meats and stuff do well with Grenache, but we eat a lot of Asian food in Australia.
Okay.
So I probably, if I could get, the stir fry, the little spicier dumplings, those sort of yum cha.
Yeah.
Actually, a bottle of Grenache. Actually, if I could start with a bottle of Cusabel Riesling. From the Eden Valley, and then have a little bottle of Grenache while I'm doing yum cha dumplings. I'd be a pretty happy guy. That works.
Yeah, that sounds good.
And it doesn't look that cold here in Vancouver at the moment.
No, not compared to the rest of Canada.
Quite medium, but compared to Australia, it's freezing here.
Yeah.
And at home, it's very warm. So we do quite often stick our wine glass in the freezer. And then pour the Grenache in and chill it down a little. Or you can put the Grenache. We do like the Grenache a little chillier too. So we might almost make it a. I don't want to call it a rosé, but we could call it a rosé, like it's a sort of blokey rosé. But a little cooler as well is quite nice. Yeah.
Okay. Well, I'm glad to hear about how you're enjoying Grenache down in Australia, and give us some ideas too, and we'll give it a try and enjoy the festival.
No, thank you. It's a great time for us.